So you listen to Ty Lopez, you listen to Sam Ovens, and they're telling you start a Facebook ad agency. Okay, now I've started a Facebook ad agency, and my Facebook ad agency grew to over 140 employees. And I'm going to tell you exactly how you can start a Facebook ad agency and grow it in this video. Let's do it. Facebook ads, they've treated me really well. I've been doing them since 2011, and I've made a lot of money as both an agency and as an affiliate marketer using Facebook ads, so really, really love them. Now, I started the agency, but with my partner, Steve Weiss, who has gone on, and I don't work with him anymore, but he rebranded the agency as Mute6, and he's grown it to over 140 employees. It's the best Facebook marketing agency around right now. Now, I'm going to go over some techniques of how you can build your own Facebook marketing agency using the tactics that I and Steve used to grow our agency. Now, the first step is you need to either be an expert or you need to find an expert in Facebook advertising, okay? To be an expert, you can go through a lot of courses, but really, I would suggest if you need to get your hands dirty. So you could work for another company, work for another agency, such as Mute6, and learn Facebook ads from people who are masters of it, doing it every day. Experience is the best teacher of them all. Or you could find an expert and just mark up their services. Now, when you're marking up somebody else's services, as an ad agency in general, you should be seeking to do 100% markup of whoever's services you are selling, okay? 100% markup. So if they're charging $20 an hour, you are selling their services for $40 an hour. If the person is charging $50 an hour, you are marking up your services to charge $100 an hour. That's, as an agency, standard practice is you mark up by 100%. That might sound a lot, but the rest of the money needs to be used for operations. It needs to be used for office space and rent. It needs to be used for equipment, insurance, legal fees, lead generation, marketing, meetings, conferences, boothing. There's a million things involved in starting an agency. So just make sure, don't shortchange yourself. You should only ever be marking up people's labor and time at 100% if you're running an agency. The second step is you need to identify where your clients are, okay? Identify where they are and where they are going for help. Where are they currently going for help? Now, for Facebook ads, I'll tell you from experience, there's a few places people are going for really any marketing help. And I'm gonna list out a couple. I'm not gonna actually draw it on the board, but you can just pause the video or replay this section. I'm gonna go through them, okay? One is Quora. Quora. Q-O-U-R-A. People, usually pretty smart people who run businesses, are asking questions on Quora. It's a question and answer search engine. And you can find people that are asking questions. They're saying, how do I make my Facebook ads profitable? How do I advertise on AdWords? How do I do whatever? And you can go in and you can just answer people's questions for them. Same thing with Yahoo Answers, but Quora seems to attract a really highfalutin type of, business owner or investor type person, So you can go on Quora, answer a bunch of questions, you'll get authority on there, and it will come back to you in clients. I remember we got, some clients for my agency at the time from just people finding our answers on Quora and saying, you sound like a smart individual. I want to pay you money to manage my ads. Another place people go to find information about subjects is YouTube. YouTube is fantastic. If you put up how-to videos, how to advertise on Facebook, how to advertise on Facebook for e-commerce companies, how to advertise on Facebook for lead generation companies, how to take advantage of the lead forms on Facebook, how to take advantage of Facebook Messenger chatbots. These are all videos you could post, you could show off your expertise, and people will naturally be attracted to you like like bees are attracted to honey or whatever, so that you can get more leads and more clients just by identifying them and addressing their problems. Another place is forums. Okay, there's a lot of forums on the internet where people, they're niche forums. Usually you have to dig around and search and find them. But a lot of people have a lot of tribes. I have my own tribe of affiliate marketers. If you're selling a business opportunity, you could go in there and try to sell it to them. My forum's closed off because I don't want people doing that. But the point is, there are forums and Facebook groups where people ask questions about Facebook ads. My friend, Tim Bird, for instance, he runs a Facebook ad agency. And what he did to get clients is he started a Facebook group called Facebook Ad Buyers. That group now has over 80,000 people that buy ads on Facebook that have joined his group to learn how to buy ads better on Facebook. Now, sure, some of those 80,000 people are probably employees or probably just messing around on the internet trying to find ad tactics, but there are a lot of clients in there. And if you just say 1 out of every 100 people in that group runs a business doing Facebook ads, that's over 800 potential clients. He has an endless, and it's much more than that for him. He has an endless supply of potential clients for his business. And since he started the group and he moderates it, he is the authority on all things Facebook ad related within his group. Great strategy. Another way is help desks, okay? So if you, let's say you use Salesforce or Infusionsoft, different CRMs, different CRM or even Facebook ads. If you go on Facebook ads, you'll see there's, you can usually write comments or people post up questions. If people are asking questions about Facebook ads, you can answer their questions on help desks. Again, part of this is about where are your customers going when they are in pain, when they're looking for answers to these things. Other places can be business associations or business meetings or conferences, such as I was just at this conference called Funnel Hacking Live. It's for people, users of ClickFunnels. There are 5,000 people there that many of them advertise on Facebook because we're all running marketing, largely online advertising related businesses. So a lot of us are looking for help with Facebook ads. I hired 3 Facebook ad agencies at that conference, okay? So just because there are other Facebook ad agencies at some place doesn't mean there aren't people like me who will just go to a conference. I literally just went there to find more ad agencies to hire because I figured if somebody is there, if somebody attends this conference, they're smart, they're looking to learn, they're involved in the community, they're used to working with ClickFunnels, and they'll need to know how to work with ClickFunnels if they also want to do my Facebook advertising. Great place. But, for instance, other CRMs, I'd say Salesforce or other, Infusionsoft. Salesforce and Infusionsoft are CRMs that focus on either companies that have sales floors or companies that have, like marketing operations. And if a company has a sales floor or a marketing operation, they are a direct response company and they measure dollars in, dollars out, or they have a significant presence and they have a lot of money to spend on advertising. So those are great places to go. Now, once you've identified where your people are, what you want to do is you want to give value, okay? This is the nature of the world, is if you give value, it will come back to you. But again, don't be egotistical and try to give value to people who don't want it. Part of this, what we did in identifying, is we're trying to identify where people want to learn more about Facebook ads or where they want that. Now, to give value, ways you can do that is, I sort of answered it in number 2, is answering their questions. Answering their help desk questions, going on there and just saying, hey man, here's how you'd optimize that ad campaign more. If somebody said, posted in that Facebook group I mentioned, and they said, here are my stats in my ad campaign, I can't tell how to lower my cost per lead anymore. Can you anybody here give any insight on what I could do to better advertise? And if you write a really good response and tell them exactly how they can lower their costs and increase their business, maybe that guy will hire you, maybe he won't. Maybe other people who view that post and view your answer will hire you. It's a way of putting yourself out there and helping others, okay? And it's not salesy because you're putting your best foot forward. Other ways are, if you're doing speaking, if you're speaking at local meetups. One thing I did was around LA, there's a lot of different meetings every single night, in my area, which is the tech I live in Malibu now, but it's very close to the tech community there. And a lot of businesses are trying to find more users and more installs and more customers. And people, there are a lot of meetups about how to do marketing. So I would speak at some of those, and I just go, I'd speak and I'd say, hey, here are the 5 things you need to know to get more results out of your Facebook ads without spending an extra dollar. And people would suck it up, and I'd get some clients out of that because people would say, hey, that's smart. I have more money than time. I'd rather just give you my money and for your time to do this for me. I'd say one of the best ways, and this is a staple of what I did, is in terms of giving value, probably the most powerful way to really close a client is just go in, get access to their Facebook account and do an audit, okay? Just say, I will do a free audit, I'll do a free run through of everything you need to do to make your Facebook account better. Or just say, hey, let's meet up at, if you're close, say let's meet up at a coffee shop and I'll look at your Facebook account and see if I have any ideas of how you can, do it better. That's the best approach. That's what my partner did, and he closed really big deals. But going about it that way and just leading with your best foot forward and giving a lot of value with a free audit is, getting in somebody's account is always the best way to do things, especially if you link your accounts and then you do an audit. That is a layup. That's the easiest way to close a deal. And also it puts you, you give them value. Some people might say, hey, thanks. If you approach everything without that desperation, you're like, I want to close a deal. If you just do it kind of like, okay, like maybe this one will go, maybe this one won't, and you give somebody, a couple page write-up on what they can do to improve their business, I mean, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Not enough people are doing that anymore. And you give them a write-up and you say, hey, let your own team implement it, or if you want our team to implement it, we can talk about pricing, but you leave it in their court. Say, hey, hope that helped. You're a cool guy running a cool business. Let's if you want any more info, hit me up and I'll put together a package for you. Leave it like that. Never go into that hard closing. At least that's always been my style, is really make it buddy. And, I even liked, if I was going to do deals, hang out, get a beer. Things don't need to be formal. Things don't need to be like closing people in a conference room. If you're trying to close a big client for your Facebook ad agency, go to a cigar lounge and just smoke cigars and, chat about, how kids are crazy and, politics is nuts and say, oh yeah, I like you, you like me, let's do business together. Very chummy. Another very powerful way to get yourself out there, and this is probably the most powerful way, is case studies. If you post up case studies, if you post up, let's say, a 2-page write-up of, hey, here's where a Facebook account I was looking at was before I started working at it. And you say, their cost per sale was, it took them $20 to get a new customer. And the average customer value was $30. And it cost them, and they were spending $10,000 a month, and their ads were getting a 3% click-through rate. Whatever you're talking about, you lay out what their advertising looked like before you came in one page. And then in the second page of a PDF or whatever, you lay out how their advertising looked after you went in and changed around things, and you talk about what you did to get that result. That blows the socks off of people. People will read through case studies all day long because you're showing people real results. Now, one of the reasons people subscribe to my channel is because I actually go in on my computer and I show people how to do advertising. I don't just talk about it like I'm doing here. And by the way, if you want more videos, if you want to see some really cool videos on some actual advertising being done live, I'm going to have my assistant throw up a link here to a playlist I have called The Art of Copywriting. Now, The Art of Copywriting is with my friends Carlos Cruz and Ronnie Sandlin, actually writing ads and advertising them live. They're kind of long videos, but they're really exciting if you want to get into affiliate marketing, for instance. But giving value with case studies and audits is, I'd say, the most powerful thing. What did you find the most interesting? Was it about how you can find an expert and mark up their services? Was it about how you can the places where you identify potential clients for your Facebook ad agency? Or was it the fact that, how you can give value with free audits or case studies or whatnot? Let me know in the comments what was the most valuable. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're interested in learning more about online businesses and ways that you can make money. When you subscribe to my channel, you'll get a free course on how to do affiliate marketing, and make sure to hit that notification bell, just slam it, because I do frequent or infrequent live streams where I give away insane prizes.